What's going on, CALIVEGANs, and welcome into another episode of the CALIVEGAN podcast, the one and only calisthenics podcast that helps vegan men build muscle and become better role model, more confident, right? Growing in all area of your life, because this is what strength training does to you. Gives you more confidence, it gives you more structure, it makes you more resilient, and that's why I'm helping people to get stronger, because I know how beneficial this is for someone. And also we try to make this podcast about you. So you ask the questions, I answer them, and this way we create something that is specific to what you need. And as you're joining in, 10 people joined, so I want to see 10 questions in the comment section, okay? As you're joining in, please drop some questions. Even if you're leaving, you can still ask questions, and help me create this format, right? Is a way of supporting me. If you want, just drop a question in the comment before you leave. Can be about training, veganism, nutrition, right? Whatever is important to you and would like me to answer. But first, my workout today is upper body. And we start with the one arm pull up assisted with a red band. Oil up. Vastral asked me to oil up. And yeah, last week I did 5 sets of 4 with the slow negative 3 second, which, by the way, I realized that using this band, which is I think it's 45 kilogram band, basically once I'm 90 degree, it's almost super easy to stay there. So it makes sense now that I wasn't progressing before with the shorter range when I was trying to progress, but only with a shorter range at 90 degree, because I wasn't challenged enough. And that's why I lost strength, because it's much more difficult when you're using the band to go from 90 degree to close the one arm pull up rather than from extended to 90 degree, because there is so much more help there. All right, let's do it. Guys, as you're joining in, drop some question. Oh, I forgot something important actually. The chalk. Very important. All right, let's do it. So we're going for 3 sets of 5 today. Oh, hi. And I'm hot. Hello, hello. As you're joining, guys, drop some questions so we have something to talk about. Someone asked about protein powder. I'll answer that. Okay. All right. Yeah, fuck it. So, Sebastian is asking, do you use protein powder to supplement occasionally? No, I think the people that do that, like, you know, maybe occasionally, when would it be occasionally? Maybe someone that used to not take protein powders, but he has protein powders at home, and when he goes out and, you know, he knows that he cannot gonna organize his diet properly, brings the protein powder with him. That's also useless. Like the overall. So to answer your question, no, I don't use protein powders at all. Like in the past, I did a bit. Never been like a constant protein powder user. But in the past there was some, and I'm talking about 4 years ago or more. And again, it was never super consistent. Some years I did take it, some years I did not. But yeah, you just don't need extra protein. You know, like that's all marketing that you're falling for. You're going to be able to build muscle and progress without over focusing on protein like everyone makes you think you need to. And yeah, like if you do that, if you choose protein powders over fruit, all you're doing is giving your body less energies. How did you become vegan? Alright, this set was actually easier than the previous one. So I became vegan when I started my online business, actually. You know, I always say that I've been vegan now 6 years, but actually I was plant-based for the environment in the beginning. I just say 6 years because I know for the most part people want to know how long have I been eating plants, and when I was plant-based for the environment, I wasn't eating animal products almost at all. I was eating animal products just once per year. But I became vegan during COVID, and I was just motivated from all the videos that I saw from other activists like Joy Carbstrong, Gary Yourofsky, and Dominion, of course. I watched Dominion, and I made the connection immediately. I was brainwashed like everyone else, thinking that animals are here for us. I would say that I was probably more brainwashed because naturally I'm not an empath. So I never really was someone that I would say that truly loved animals in general. Never seen them like that. Never truly connected with animals. So listening to the words of activists like Joy Carbstrong reminding me that animals are individuals, you know, they're people, they're having their own experience of life, and even if they're different, they don't speak. They're just people living their life, having families, you know, playing and feeling different things, emotions, fear, pain, and yeah, in that moment, like, I had that realization that animals are individuals, and watching Dominion was shocking. It's like, what are we doing? Like, this is crazy. How is it possible that we got to this point? And of course, at the time, I knew already that was possible to eat a plant-based diet, and it was a no-brainer for me. Michele, magical, sexy as fuck. Is it Michele or Michelle? I hope it's Michelle. Well, actually, I think Michelle can also be a male name, isn't it? Alright, so if we do 5, we are more than happy. Fuck. Ah, yes, we did 5. Have you researched alkaline diet? No. Have a good workout, Mattia. Unfortunately, I don't know really about alkaline diet. Fuck. Michelle says, ask any horse, bull, gorilla, or elephant if they use any protein powder. Absolutely. Like, I think we don't, necessarily need to completely go into the narrative, oh, whatever is nature doing, then it means it's right. But on the other side, we have detached too much from what happens in nature, and sometimes the answer is there. And when it comes to diet, one of the things that most convinced me that we need to eat more fruit and it's the best way to go is the simple concept that we are frugivore. Like, our digestive system and body is made like primates, and so it makes sense that it's the best fuel for us. And since I eat a fruit-based diet, I feel the best I ever had. So last question. Have you ever fasted for a long time? So I did. Yeah, I mean, the max fasting I've done was 3 days. I think, yeah, 3 days. Oh, fuck. Okay. That was the last drop of strength for this. Yeah, what an experience. Fasting, I mean, I think it's something that everyone should try. Just for the experience of like eating after 2 days, or even if it's 24 hours, it's like, it's amazing to eat after 24 hours of fasting. Food tastes so good. I don't know how I actually recovered that, but I did. Fuck. Fasting can be a very great tool to both lose fat, just because it's easier to be on a caloric deficit, not because fasting itself lose fat, but you know, if you skip a meal, you skip 2 meals, you skip a whole day, it's going to be much easier for you to eat less calories, right? Makes sense. And also a good way to improve your reward processes in your brain, because we live in a world where you're surrounded by pleasure, and you can get pleasure instantly. So by waiting for food, you create that delayed gratification that you really need, you know, to feel at peace. Because if you're feeding your brain with pleasure and dopamine all the time, it's going to be harder for you to just enjoy doing normal things for the most part. Do we have another question? By the way, thank you guys for the questions that you're dropping. Protein macros. How much protein is your average daily food intake? And do I count macros? Yes, I do. I'm not tracking my food all the time, but I follow a structure that allows me to stay within the targets that I want to hit. Okay. What are we doing here? We're doing 3? How's 3? So, forgot to set things up here. This is a hybrid set. A hybrid set, it means that you're playing with two different intensity level. This way you can add more volume. And so when it comes to like protein intake, as you guys know, I really care like less and less over time, because I would be very happy to be eating like only fruit and some vegetables, but it's very impractical for me. I didn't find it to be sustainable, just starting from the amount of fruit that you need at home. So it's a little not practical for now. Who knows, maybe in the future. And so when it comes to protein, my goal is really 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, and that translates in what I'm eating right now, something close to 60, 70 grams. I never really go above 70 grams. And I try to keep fat below 15%. And I think that would be 50 grams of fat per day. But that's if I don't snack on nuts, you know. Usually I do snack on nuts. But those are my goals. And of course I track my calories, and my caloric target right now is 3,000 calories for the day. And I'm finding that 3,000 is really the sweet spot for me, because now I've been diligent in following my diet plan, as well as tracking my weight, tracking my body fat. And I'm noticing that with the 3,000 calories, I can just, you know, manage very well to maintain my weight and my body fat, which means that 3,000 really is my maintenance target. Is it morning over there? Yes, it is 9 a.m. 5, 2, 3, 3, 3 and 3. Michele or Michelle is saying, peanuts have more proteins than meat. You know, we really don't have to have this conversation, right? We don't need to focus on this conversation. We're just feeding this crazy, useless, and obsessive conversation about protein. Like, normal people, average people now and in the past never had problem with the protein. Average people, I mean people who eat animal products and abuse animals. So protein was never a problem. Guys, we have just been brainwashed to think that it's a huge deal to eat more protein. But it's literally pure marketing that worked very, very well because people loved to eat animal products, because eating is something that is so close to you, like it's so important, and so it was a marketing that clicked very well, and that's why now everyone is obsessed about protein. But there's no need to have this conversation, also because you then fall into kind of weird topics and weird conversation. What I mean with that? I mean that peanuts have more proteins than meat. Alright, but they're also super high in calories. Like you will have to eat only peanut butter to like get the same amount of protein that you would get with meat. It's like, it's a conversation that you don't need to have, and you often fall into these black holes that don't actually make sense. And I would say that focusing on peanut butter, it is not an healthy approach to diet. You know, increasing your fat intake is not the best for your body. You want to keep the fat low, even if it's from good fat. You do not want to eat definitely not more than 20%. Naturally, with fruits, you can eat much more before feeling full. So you can easily get more than meat eater gets in a meal. I don't know if that makes sense to me. I don't think it makes sense to me. As you're joining, guys, drop some questions. We're doing good today. You know, we have questions rolling. Oh shit. Oof. Oof. What is the best pull-up bar to use if you're renting and can't drill holes? But this one is not drilled. So, you see? It goes into the door frame this way. And it doesn't ruin the the door frame at all. It does leave a bit of a mark on the door frame, but last time that the owner came into the house, I cleaned it, and that's it. It goes away. So you want to buy this type that creates pressure on the door frame, because you have the ones that make the pressure from inside out, and those one will eventually actually break the door frame. I actually broke one, and I also fell, you know, like while using one of those that create pressure from the inside out. Yeah, because they don't fix the same way. They're not as stable. So Michele Magical, they compare 100 grams of meat with 100 grams of fruit, for example. But you will and eat naturally much more fruit than meat. But I still don't understand what's your point. Is that like a matter of feeling full, or you're talking about protein? Because we were talking about peanut butter and meat, right? So I don't know which point you're covering. Huh? As you're joining in, guys, you can drop some questions. I'll cover them after I set up the next superset. I need to move you around if you wanna watch it. Actually, don't remember. I think usually I put you here. Is that it? No. Yeah, you can kind of sing it. Talking about anything, protein, vitamins. Well, protein is not true. You see, like it's not true. If you eat fruit, you're going to eat less protein, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You know, that's the point. But you don't need to have a conversation that is not true, right? So, yeah. But definitely, like, if you eat fruit, you will eat so much more quantity as well. And actually, that's a good thing. Like, people are a bit scared of that, thinking, oh, I feel full after one banana. But you have never really tried to eat a meal of fruit. Usually you eat your fruit as a snack, you eat your fruit maybe after the meal. But if you approach your meal with fruit and your stomach is empty, you will be able to eat 6, 7, 8, 9 bananas. You know, at the beginning you might feel that your stomach can hold it in, but it's just a matter of few weeks, and your stomach will get used to that. When it comes to like vitamins, yeah, absolutely, of course, you're going to get all the more vitamins and minerals from fruit. Like, it's crazy when I do activism and I get non-vegans wondering, but do you need meat for the vitamins? I'm like, what vitamins? Since when we are eating meat thinking about the vitamins that is going to give us? It's crazy. People really make up a lot of fancy stuff in their head. All right, so if I do 11, I only need to do 4 sets. If I do 10, I need to do 6 sets. That's not going to be nice, but we will have to do it anyway. And that was 11. And also 8 here, nice. Because, yeah, last week I did 7, so we're adding 1 rep. And we deserve to do less sets today. With your coaching program, Plants Groove is asking, with your coaching program, are you the main coach? Actually, we take different aspects of the coaching. So I'm still doing the same things that I was doing before. So training plan and nutrition plan, that's my job, to give you the most effective approach to training and nutrition to help you build muscle and get shredded as a vegan at home. So you don't need to go to a gym. We focus on calisthenics type of training. I am still going to be available through chat. You send me the videos of you exercising. I give you feedback. You ask me any other questions that you need. We still have a weekly check-in that actually I'm going to review. I'm still going to be the main creator for the different tutorials inside of the course. So actually, what we're doing now in the CALIVEGAN program is not something that is related to like scaling the business so I have another coach and I do marketing, but we're actually expanding the coaching. So we're adding something. We're taking nothing away from my coaching program. I do everything that I was doing before: training, nutrition, accountability. But what Marco will be doing is really giving an extra mindset support, helping people open up about their problem, being heard, feel understood, and eventually make changes to the plan if needed, and just make sure that they have that extra push that comes from a place of understanding and compassion, so they know they can do it and move forward, which is something that's very valuable. And Marco himself was a client, so he actually lived the progress on his own skin, and he can really relate to the people that start in the CALIVEGAN program. All right, and 11 it is. Michele said, yes, exactly, you get me. We are so mind programmed by society and corporations and media and industry. It's surreal, 100%. All right, guys, come on, we can do this. Ask questions. We can finish the podcast today. Because, you know, if the questions finish, well, we'll have to quit, give up, go home. I mean, I'm already home, but just ending this episode. But today we're doing good. Keep dropping questions. And 8. Woohoo! Oh, you know, it's something that is important, you know, actually, when it comes to motivation, and something different that I will be doing in the CALIVEGAN program is actually allowed, because I believe that it is counterproductive to give people half-ass kind of things to do or commitments to have. For example, you know, there's many fitness influencers out there that say, oh yeah, it's okay to have your processed food, your sweet, your unhealthy choice here and there. I say it's not good, never. Now, you're going to do it, it's fine, find your balance. However, my message, and I do it as well, but I think there is no need to promote something that is in the middle and below the best choices and the best things that you can do. And I have the same approach with my training program, my nutrition program. So I offer my clients the best of my experience, the best things that I do, and things that are best for them. But I realized that with experience, that there is people that take that on board, no problem, all right? They apply everything. But other people that are a little bit more overwhelmed. And so now, instead of what I want to do is creating different modules that have kind of the same information, but more extended. So people can either go through them all together, or if they need to take things step by step, one thing at a time, they can, do a few things the first week, then go get better the second week, and so on. Guys, we're almost there. We're almost there. If you just ask a couple of more questions, we're going to be able to end the episode today. Yeah, 11 again. Why don't you help women also? Well, because there's some coaches specialize in women, other coaches specialize in men, and I do men. And 8 again. But yeah, like, if you want more details about that, I think there's multiple reasons. Like, reason number one, I know that there is women out there, they want to be super strong, I want to build muscle, and this is personal experience in having conversations and actually have women clients. Usually the goal is never, I want to be super strong, I want to be super muscular. Usually the goal is, I want to be somewhat fit. I want to lose some fat, and I want to have some functional strength, a little bit more toned. I want to feel healthier. So this goal does not align with my coaching style, because I will push you for more. And if your goal is not here, right? If your goal is here, but I am pushing you to go here, but you do not want to go there, it doesn't work. You will lose motivation. You will not feel aligned. Also, calisthenics is upper body focused, and usually girls have much harder time developing upper body strength. There are some crazy calisthenics girls around right now, actually, but that's Instagram. This is one in Russia, one in Italy. It doesn't happen much often. I have been myself in calisthenics competitions, and yeah, girls just take so much longer to develop upper body strength. And so these can be a huge reason of not feeling motivated. And this is some things that I have experienced. I had women clients, and they lost motivation because of this. And that's mostly it, really. So it's just difficult. It has been very difficult to align with women clients. So I think it's best to focus on just men. It's even from my side, it's much better when it comes to marketing and finding clients to do like that, because I would be wasting and using so much more time if I have to understand which woman is the right one. And then the last thing before I do my last set is that I think that women should be working with someone that understands hormonal cycles, and I don't. Fuck. Woohoo! We did it. 11. We'll be able to do 8 again. Ciao. Yes, no. We want 8. Right. And if you're a vegan man, or you want to be vegan and you want help to build muscle, become a more confident version of yourself, and be a role model for the people around you, the CALIVEGAN program has been helping more than 300 men doing this. We support you with training, personalized calisthenics progression, so you can build muscles from home, a plant-based nutrition that doesn't focus and overstress around protein, but rather focuses on health by increasing fruit intake, eliminating processed food and supplements. That's going to make you feel your best while you lose fat and build muscle. What's new is mindset support. Most people that actually started working with me were struggling with discipline, with motivation, with consistency, all right? And before, my CALIVEGAN program would help these people with giving them results for the most part. Structure, clarity, results. But it is true that many people need a little more, need that mental support. And that's why we have a new coach, Marco, which is also my business partner, that take care of that. So you will have two coaches you can contact for two different reasons, and you will get different coaching calls around different topics. And of course, accountability, so chat, check-ins, making sure that you're getting results. And we'll be doing one-to-one calls, making sure that you are clear on what needs to be done for you in order to get results. And if you're interested and you're ready to make a commitment and build muscle as a vegan, just drop me a DM saying CALIVEGAN, and we'll have a conversation about your fitness goals. And if you're watching the recording, thank you for making it until the end. If you're watching, you'll be watching this on YouTube. So make sure that you like, subscribe, leave a comment. And if you want to come live to this episode, they are every Monday at 9:30 a.m. Central European Time. Ciao.